Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal, PeaceLoveMusic, with another edition of the Let's Go Morning Show, brought to you live by DeOrganized Media in cooperation or collaboration or partnership with Bitcoin Live, decentralized broadcasting. Follow Bitcoin Live. They got some great shows, great stuff. Great work going on with Bitcoin Live. So make sure you're following Bitcoin Live DB or at Bitcoin Live DB. Keeping informed on all the stuff happening. They cover a lot of stuff outside of the Stacks ecosystem and it's what Bitcoin oriented. So check out Bitcoin Live. Also want to shout out to my big sister today. It is her birthday, and yes, my big sister's birthday is Halloween. Which, gave me a lot of ammunition to throw at her when we were kids. She's a little bit older than me. A huge, she's one of my best friends and I love her to death. Happy birthday. Really great stuff going on in the space. I actually forgot to get the numbers. I didn't get the numbers today. I think Bitcoin's in at 72K. Not financial advice. We are a news show and not providing financial advice. Always do your own research. Never, never spend money you can't afford to lose. And don't listen to me. My opinions are just opinions. I am not a financial analyst. I often get it wrong. So make sure you're doing your own research and making sure you're investing money that you can afford to lose if you do invest that money. Bitcoin wasn't around 72.5. Stacks was down a little bit, hovering around 180 when I looked at it, but I didn't update the Chiron here, so I don't have up-to-date information. I apologize for that. Stacks calendar for the day. It is Hong Kong FinTech Week. That runs throughout the week. There is also the Chainlink SmartCon going on, so check that out if you're interested in oracles on other chains. And Chainlink is the premier oracle on the Ethereum and supported EVM chains. We have the Good Morning Stack show right now. The Let's Go Morning Show, we're calling it, followed at the top of the hour at 9 a.m. Eastern. The Stacks Link, your gateway to the Stacks ecosystem, the Stacks Link group meeting. Lots of great stuff going on. If you're not following Stacks Link, it's at Stacks Link. If you're in the Stacks ecosystem, whether you're just a user, a community member, or you're an artist, or you're a creator, or you're a developer, you're building a project, you definitely need to be getting connected with the Stacks Link. They provide a lot of opportunity for you to get all sorts of support. Any kind of support you need, Stacks Link's got you covered. After that, 10 a.m. Eastern time is Stacked Insights with Kyle Ellicott. Always great information. Kyle brings a lot of great technical knowledge to the space. So check that out at 10. At 11 a.m. is the Bitcoin Builders Office Hours with Kenny Rogers. Again, great stuff. If you're a coder or using Clarity at all and you have questions about it, Kenny is a great resource helping out other builders in the space. 3 p.m. we have the Leather Lounge with Longstreet and Brad, and they always bring great coverage of great guests and great projects in the space with the Leather Lounge. And then 5 p.m. today is the Stacks London group, Stacks and Chill. Check them out. A great group of guys, always bringing it live. And again, happy Halloween, everybody. It is Thursday the 31st. Watch out for the drugs in your candy. No, I'm just kidding. That's not a real thing. People don't do that. People that have drugs don't give them away. They're not trying to put drugs in your kids' candy. I don't know why they always say that. Oh, really cool stuff. Some really interesting news items today. MicroStrategy is planning to raise $42 billion to buy more Bitcoin. That's a lot of money. That's a lot. They already hold a lot of Bitcoin, but $42 billion is a big raise. And that amount of purchase would move the needle a little bit on price, I would imagine. And I'm sure they're not the only ones if they're looking at putting that kind of money in. So that's a very interesting development. That was announced late yesterday. The U.S. Treasury says crypto stablecoin growth is increasing demand for Treasury bills. So it's possible that the the financial establishment, and specifically those with a vested interest in preserving U.S. dollar hegemony as the world reserve currency, which there is a long-standing group that's been working to facilitate and maintain that status, which may or may not be a good thing depending on what position you're looking at it from. But they see stablecoins as actually a way to continue and promote ongoing dollar hegemony. So don't it's a great tool, right? We need to be able to in and out. It, we need to be able to go in and out of crypto assets into dollar stable coins or into stable coin currencies. Dollar stable coins is my preference because obviously I'm in the US and I use dollars. But that's a big development if the Treasury's looking at it and actually announcing that they're looking to increase dollar stable. They're seeing dollar stable growth as a way to expand demand for U.S. Treasury bills. That's a big deal. That really is a big deal. Robinhood reports that crypto trading volume has increased 112% year over year. So now, we have double the amount of trade volume on consumer, retail apps like Robinhood. We have MicroStrategy planning to buy $42 billion more of Bitcoin. The U.S. Treasury acknowledging that dollar stable coins is actually a way to grow demand for U.S. Treasuries. Yesterday, we reported the chief financial officer for the state of Florida endorses a strategic Bitcoin reserve and is urging state pensions to add Bitcoin as a hedge against market volatility. Guys, these are all signs. These are signs that we're getting there, that things are mass adoption's on its way. How that's going to look, what's going to happen with that, we don't know. But I mean, things are just picking up and happening very rapidly. So it is no sleep season. Pay attention to what's going on and make sure you're ready. If you're not ready, get ready quick because it's happening. Boom Wallet has announced that they will be launching their product on Monday, the 4th. That's this coming Monday. If you are interested in Boom Wallet and if you're in this space, you absolutely should be. Go to boom.money to join the wait list. And Monday, we'll be able to start using that app. And I'm super excited about it. I love what Dan's building out there. I think it's going to be a game changer for the space. It's going to provide some different functionality than what we can do with our wallets now. It's going to be great for merchants if you're actually looking to do, Web3 commerce on Stacks and Bitcoin. Check out Boom Wallet. Want to let everyone know, remind everybody real quick, SIP28 signer criteria vote is live. Go to stx.eco to cast your vote. We need as many people participating in that as possible. Again, that's stx.eco. Go there, cast your vote. Vote yes for SBTC signer criteria. Read about it too. There are links available. You can get into the GitHub. You can get into the conversation on the Stacks forum. Check it out. If you have questions, DM me, let me know, and we can get you some answers. And if you have some perspective to share on it, sure. But as of right now, we need to pass this to get to the next step to launching SBTC, which is going to just, again, another game changer for our space. Shout out to the Node Rocks. You guys know I'm a Node Rocks OG. I love the group over there. The Node Rocks is a community-run ordinal project. They unrugged themselves. It was rugged by the founder. The community came together. It's a great story. If you're not familiar, go check them out. It's NodeRocks_BTC is the Twitter handle. And the Node Rocks white paper has been launched. They have some great stuff coming for their roadmap. Very interesting stuff. Some merch plays. They are developing a game, a Web 2 game, not a Web 3 game. It's not a play to earn. It's going to be some IP stuff. It's just great to see. Great group of guys producing, crushing it, and super supportive of my family over there. I do want to mention again, and I don't have any updated details, but there is a new proposal. A SIP proposal is being worked on. The goal is to align the stacks reward halving cycle with the Bitcoin halving cycle. It is proposed that having the block rewards on the current timeline due in early December would be counterproductive to the launch of Nakamoto upgrade and the launch of SBTC in the space. And it probably makes sense to me that we wouldn't want to disrupt the minor rewards while we're having these things go. And it does also shifting the timeline for the block to match the Bitcoin halving makes sense for the long-term plan of getting to when they're planning for the max supply of I think it's 1.8 billion is the max supply. And as of the current stance, when we get to the final block having with the current schedule, we're coming in under that number on the timeline. So there's an adjustment necessary. You can check that out on the Stacks forum. There's a thread on that right now. Voting is targeted to go live with reward cycle 97, which is starts on November 11th, and running through the 26th to be finalized on December 7th. And it's important that if we are going to do this, it has to happen quickly because the block change is coming for sometime in December is the current halving. So this would kick it out to the next Bitcoin halving, I believe. I'm not sure of all the details, but we'll be covering that more as it develops. Want to shout out Zenatron real quick. Thank you, Zenatron, for coming on the show yesterday. People loved the mask. It was really cool, and we're really excited and interested to see what's going to come with the mainnet for Skullcoin. I can't wait to play with the final iteration. I believe the story mode actually launches today or very soon, and then I think within the next week or so they'll have the full competitive version out there, and we can start playing and earning real rewards in stacks on Skullcoin. So be on the lookout for that. Just a reminder, next Tuesday, we are going to be broadcasting live with Bitcoin Live and DeOrganized to cover the US election. We'll be there all night on the 5th. That's next Tuesday, the 5th. We'll be running the live stream coverage of the election with guests joining us throughout the evening. I have a number of people that have already told me they're interested in coming on. So we're going to have all the friends coming on and chatting during that event. We're really excited about that. Also, we are super excited we are officially going to do an on-location broadcast from the EZA Building on Bitcoin event at Harvard on the 9th of November. That's just a week from this Saturday. This is going to be our first on-location live event, so we're really stoked about that. It's super interesting stuff. And I do have a guest this morning. I'm going to bring him on. He's almost ready, or he may be ready, or he might not be ready. Actually, I want to really, really read out quick, just saying hi. Good morning, hero. Bitcoin is financial advice. Everything else or not. I can agree with that. I don't think you ever do wrong by telling someone to buy and hold Bitcoin for the long term. That's solid advice, in my opinion. Unless it's illegal in your area, and then, do your own thing. Good morning, GPSC. Good morning, Haddy. Happy Halloween. Glad I made you laugh, Gigapepe. Trip. Yes, we should actually give out some sats this Halloween. The kids will thank you later. Got to get them. The problem there, Trip, is getting them to get getting the kids to get their wallets set up. I'm actually thinking about just setting up wallets for my kids and giving them seed phrases for Christmas and see how that goes. Happy Halloween. Good morning, Reece. Reece, your message. Are you ready to come on, Reece? I don't even know. You're saying hi on the chat. Are you home? Reece was running home. He's going to come on and chat with me in a minute. I'm not sure if he's ready yet, but hold on. GPSC, you're never too old you're timeless, man. You're never too old to go trick-or-treating. But definitely want to run by Chip's house if you are going trick-or-treating. All right, I said hi to everybody. I stalled long enough, and I see he's ready with the gun out today. What's up, Reece? How are you today, man?
Dude, it's like 30 degrees here, so I'm not even going to be ashamed. I'm not going to like hide behind it. But how are you
It's
doing?
it's actually a very warm day up in my area too, like unseasonably warm here today. I wonder if they're just making it. They're using the weather modification technology to make sure we have a happy Halloween for the kids.
Let's hope so. That'll be something good for once.
Yeah, indeed, man. It's a great time to be in the space, right? It's a GPSC says sun's out, guns out. That's right. That's right. Good morning, LMNO. Man, I love our community. I really do.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love how live our chat's getting. I love doing this show every morning. It's a little tedious trying to compile all, especially when there's so many. Like I actually omitted some stories. I had too much to cover and I didn't want it to be too long. But I mean, there's just tons of cool stuff happening with, I mean, we didn't even talk about Nakamoto because that's like yesterday's news, right?
Yeah.
So how are you today, man?
Wait, I'm just laughing at Giga first. Um,
You guys are good.
no, dude, I'm excellent. I'm so sorry. It's like 2 weeks in a row that I have issues, but um, it's hopefully the end now. It was just bad time management on my end. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be ready by that time, and
Don't
no,
even sweat it, man. Don't even sweat it. I probably shouldn't. It's me being unprofessional saying anything about it. I should just
oh my gosh,
quietly
come
keep
on.
going and find something else to talk about.
But it,
I
it was important. It was important. I went to the store to buy paint, so that is like one of the
oh
very few trips an artist has per year, and we cherish it.
yeah, man. We want you to have all the paint.
Yeah, me too.
We got to keep you painting, man. Have you seen that Peyton Manning commercial? Did you say Peyton or Peyton? I don't know if you guys get that over there. Peyton Manning's an icon over here.
America, no, unfortunately not.
Yeah, you're better off actually. I was just wondering if my accent sounded like I said Peyton instead of Painton. But yeah, man, we got to keep you in paint. What are you working on? Everything.
Everything, but right now, actually, actual painting, and there is progress being made.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that. We are on the Let's Go morning show, and you're getting alpha on my physical work.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah, but there's a lot happening in the artosphere on Stacks this week. Well, first off, everyone knows about the Naka pack that got revealed yesterday. I love my two buddies that I got. I know a lot of people went and got like 20 more, but like I'm happy with my guys. And there's a lot of news coming regarding art drops in the foreseeable future, but I'll leave that hanging until the Stacks Link meeting for the official update. I got stuff to talk about regarding music. I got stuff to talk about regarding future drops. Everyone knows about the Tremp, that's around the corner. Everyone knows about the Not Punks, that's around the corner. So yeah, definitely tune in tonight to get the full wrap.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's right. So at 9 o'clock, you're going to give a full report on that at the StacksLink council meeting. Or I don't think Kitty doesn't like calling it the council, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what we're calling it now. So it's just the StacksLink meeting, I should just say, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and we're all just leads. We're not council members. This isn't a cult.
Right. It's not a cult, and we're not a governing body either.
Yes.
So what else is new in the ecosystem?
Well, let's just say I have had a sneak peek at who's going to be dropping in Good Kitty's next curation, and I promise to not tell a soul. everyone should be excited. Like she's mentioned before that she's going to take a few artists, a few lady artists. This is going to be an all-women club this time. She's going to steal a few artists from the Bitcoin space, and I now know who. And I got like a whole feeling when I saw it's exciting, and I am so to come. And that's just like one part. Like there's different stacks nowadays, the community building, and to see it. I just love to, this community to build on my own thing. Block web is slow because I don't know how to explain it to you, man. Like I really had hunger. Now is the time. I need to paint right now. So that's getting priority for now. I think it's for my mental health. Feeling a little bit.
Yeah, you've been cranking on a lot of fronts for sure, and you know I'm a little bit of I have an artistic flair to me. I like music, and I'm a little bit of a creative, and I find that when I'm cranking on this stuff and cranking on this stuff and cranking on this stuff, and I don't get a chance to sit with my guitar, like when I do get the chance to sit with my guitar and just kind of express, you know, I'm not like working on anything. I'm just expressing myself through it. That is definitely therapy for me. You know, I need it.
Yeah.
It relieves the pressure, you know, it relieves what's going on in my head. So I totally get it. You know, you need to get to that creation phase, you know, where you're just kind of throwing out ideas and working on concepts.
Yeah. And the best part is if you know this is for yourself, like you just mentioned, there is no expectations, you know, nothing beyond just creating right now in this moment. So it's a beautiful thing and it's really freeing. And yeah, that's what I read right now. Hey.
Yeah. Kitty says good morning. When PeaceLoveMusic album on Stacks? Honestly, Kitty, I have some songs. I just have to actually put them down, and then we'll talk. You know, I should have some submissions for your next collab. You know, your next artist feature albums. You know, and I'll probably be like the least popular track on there, but it's I do have some stuff, and I should actually work on that. It's kind of hard right now building a media company and trying to produce shows, but yeah, I do want to actually share some of my stuff, because I do have a few songs, and you know, it's not for everybody, right? Just like visual art, not everyone's going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. And thank you, Hero, for the kind words, man. I love reaching out to our community with our information and sharing the vibe and kind of just keeping everybody going, you know. We're all in this together, and I love the community here. I really do. But yeah, man, I love what you're working on. So what's the next thing you're dropping? What's the next thing on your schedule? I know you were working on some stuff with Rue. You got some artwork you got going on. Obviously, you got the block web going on. Somebody said something about some one of ones. I'm not sure. You know, what's the newest stuff you're working on?
Well, the rumors are true. There is a one-on-one coming, and I'll be going a little bit more depth later today, after the space at the Stacks-Link. Talking about some other artists dropping soon, but mine is going to be on the 12th of November, and I'd say that's probably like the next thing that I'm going to do. So the Rue covers, it's all still in the works, but for now that is priority number one, I think, and then we'll move on from there. Yeah.
Very cool, man. Very, very cool. So what do you got going on after the what do you got going on after the Stacks Link show this morning? Well, that's morning for me, night for you.
Yeah, well, the Stacks Link and the morning show, the Stacks Link and the Level Lounge I want to be at today. I do have something redacted proposal coming my way in my DMs later today as well, but that's yeah.
That's
but
redacted, and you can't share more on it yet.
No, nothing. Nope. Just gonna be this morning already. My focus is just going to be a little bit continuing some work spaces that we'll be seeing each other at. And you, what's your plans?
Well, we got the StacksLink show. After that, so I have some real estate stuff I have to tidy up, and we're talking to some prospective marketing partners for DeOrganized to actually make this a real thing, not just a hobby. Because right now it's just a hobby. We don't have any revenue coming in, but I think that there's some opportunity to collab with some people in the space. And then, so I got to work on that a little bit. And tuning. We don't have a live broadcast today, so I have a little bit of a break because it's every other Thursday. We don't have another live broadcast, I should say, while I'm on a live broadcast. We do have the Leather Lounge at 3, the Rue at 3 p.m. Eastern. The Rue space is on at 4 p.m. Eastern, so I got to tune into that. And then my daughter is actually going trick-or-treating with a friend that's a boy and his family. So I'm probably going to go stalk that situation and watch what's going on and make sure that everything's cool over there. But and it's my sister's birthday. So we get the kids coming over and singing happy birthday and cake and all of that stuff. Kitty, I need to jump out. Just kind of, Kitty says, yes, what genre, singer, songwriter vibes. And yeah, to some degree, sometimes it's a little bit more rock jam kind of bandy stuff. And sometimes I can sing and sometimes I have a hard time. Sometimes I get a little pitchy. So that's probably what's holding me back from sharing some of it, is that sometimes it sounds great. Sometimes it sounds, oh my God, that why is this guy singing? So I got to get over that. I need to do it more. But thanks for asking.
But that's the case, isn't it? With like any type of artistic expression, you could go to sleep thinking you're writing something incredible and wake up the next morning like, am I stupid? And then later in the evening again, it's like, no, let him cook. There's some potential there. And then it's just like this roller coaster ride over with every single painting with me. It's like, oh no, this is trash. And I'm like, oh, well, it's trash. I might as well finish it. And by the time I'm finished, I'm like, I have created gold. I am the alchemist. And
part of the problem is in the creative process that I find, and I'm sure it fixes, I have a bunch of songs that aren't completed and I have a hard time finishing them because it's like, I can always do more. And sometimes that's actually the worst thing to do. You just got to let it finish, finish the song or finish the piece. You don't need to add more. It's beautiful as it is, right? Your art is, but we're our worst critic too, right? So it's a roller coaster. It's a very emotional process, and it can, especially if you're actually going to be presenting it to people,
Oh yeah.
For me, it's really more just like I'm just having fun, but I do write songs. I do have some interesting, very different kind of styles too. It's not always like, it's not always stuff that, it's not always the same. It's very, very diverse type of stuff because I'm just exploring music and then I come up with tunes,
Well, the world deserves to be inspired by you. That is something that I remind myself of when I get on the other side of the pendulum. I get stuck and I'm like, I love what I'm doing so much that I don't want to sell it anymore. I don't want to even show it to people. It's enough for me that I just keep it for myself. But then I have to remind myself that the world deserves by this. If you love it, then somebody else is probably going to love it as much. That's why art sells. That's why people use their hard-earned cash to buy an artwork, because they love it as much as you. So yeah, don't undercut yourself, man. I would love personally to hear your work. I would love to see it on the Stacks chain.
Well,
And
now
I'll
I just
patiently
kind of
wait for
talked
that.
now I just talked myself into a situation where I have to, right? Put
Yep.
up or shut up piece, you know.
Yep.
You're telling us you're making music, show it to us. So I'm gonna have to. I'll figure out how to, part of it's about getting, because I actually have some recording engineering experience back in the day before it was all digital. I apprenticed at a
Wow.
recording studio in my area. It was 2-inch tape, and it was like the big room with the big huge board and all the outboard gear. And it was a very, very tedious process back then because you had it, it's a lot easier now with all the digital capacity on there. But it still kind of takes time to record everything, to actually put it down and record the tracks and then line it all up. And do I want to add, there's a lot of, like I said, it probably would be best with me just sitting there with an acoustic guitar and a microphone and just recording that. But it could also be, it depends on the song actually, right? It could be an electric guitar and maybe I'm going to do some drums, or maybe I'll get some guys that I play with periodically together and we'll do, I actually have a dream of possibly even doing a live music show with some of the guys that I used to jam with on a regular basis that we don't get together as much anymore because we're all busy. But, if we had a reason to, maybe we would, right? So let me stop rambling about this because we're pushing up on the hour. It's about 7 minutes to go before the StacksLink councils or the StacksLink show, the StacksLink weekly update show. So tune into that space. Look for it live soon. You got any final words for us today, man?
If you have some form of creative expression inside of you and you've been hiding it from the world, I'm talking to everyone listening right now, not just you, Peace. If you have some form of creative expression, it is your duty to share it with the world because other people are going to build on that. You take it away from them by not sharing it with the world. So do the right thing, share it with people. They might love it, but somebody will definitely love it. And you can't make everyone happy.
Well, even if they hate it and you're eliciting some kind of emotion and feeling and thoughts, you add it to the world, right?
Yeah.
So hiding it isn't doing any justice. And it's good to be authentic and put your whole self out there, right? So yeah. I agree with that sentiment.
So last word for today from me. Hiding in the corner.
Stop hiding. Come out. Show your true self.
Yes.
Because what you are is what you were meant to be, right? I love that word, man. I'll talk to you soon. You have a blessed day, man. Always a pleasure. I love when you come on and chat with me. You're going to come out on the election night too, right? You're going to come join us on the
really looking forward to that.
Me too, man. I'm excited. I don't know how it's going to go. That's a lot of that's why I'm so attracted to jam style music sessions too. Like it's not prepared. It's not planned out. Just give us like maybe a chord progression and we'll just, doll it up, right? We'll decorate that piece of time. That's how Frank Zappa used to call it. You're decorating a piece of time with music. You have a great day, man. We'll talk soon. Thanks for joining. We are DeOrganized, coming at you on Bitcoin Live. Happy Halloween.